Scorp John, how you doing? Scorpiana, are you ready for your funny Armenian guy to serve and to slay? What's up, homie? How you doing, my cutie patootie looking all so yummy, so delish. So Scorpiana, yes, I just came from the gym and I'm feeling good. I did chest today and also I did down there too. Legs, quads, and glutes. Let's just call it that way. So Scorp John, hope that you are doing well. I miss you big time. Now, Scorpio, I'm a servant, I'm gonna slay. In this reading, we're gonna take a look at your overall energy and the challenge that's coming up for you from June 9th to the 15th. Past, present, and future. The main energy clarified, and also an advice from the Wisdom of the Oracle card. Scorpush. I love black color. I love black color. So this is actually a tarot deck I'm using. It's fairly new. I've had this for quite some time. I've used this for the earth signs, I believe for Capricorn, Taurus. I'm going to use this for you. It's called the Renaissance Tarot deck. So it's all golden. All right, Scorp John, let's see what's going on. The mic is on, your face card never declines, and the stage is set and marked. Okay, Scorpio, so your challenge is, your challenge is the devil for the upcoming week. It's the devil. There's a lot going on in there. And then at the bottom of the deck, there is the Two of Swords. Okay, so decision has to do here. There is an important decision, dear Scorpion, that you have to make in terms of a specific person. You could be literally dealing with a Capricorn, which is the card of the devil, but we're going to have to see. I think there is something here. There's a very strong pull between you and another person. We're not going to subscribe to the only one and only ideology that everyone says, oh, the devil here is all about toxicity and unhealthy stuff. No, the devil is also about strong sexual energy, strong intimacy, and chemistry. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. So that's what you got going on with this specific person. And there is a decision here that you need to make. You have the Two of Swords, Seven of Swords, somebody, and then the Lovers. Okay, like I said, Scorpion, in the recent past, there was a specific situation here that you were involved in, with somebody that maybe there were some trust issues. Things were not working out the way that you anticipated. Somebody here might have not told you the truth. We're going to find out more to see what this is about. Now, in the recent past, you have the Ten of Cups, Two of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands. In the recent past, you got into a relationship with somebody that there was a lot of love, okay? To the point of almost maybe you already have children with this person or you thought about having children with this person. I am strongly getting here that, you were constantly juggling between options and choices, okay? I feel like that you were very committed. I know, Scorpiana John. Trust is the big thing for you, capital letter trust, right? So, mic check, Scorp John, love you. Okay, so my North Node is in Scorpio. I've already shared this many times. This is going to be the easiest tarot reading. It's very clear right now. Now, there was a lot of challenges with the Two of Wands. Whoever you were involved in, dear Scorpio, there was a lot of challenges. Okay, you could have dealt with a fire sign. I'm getting here Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Could have been a Capricorn, Pisceana. Okay, a lot of challenges in terms of, the stability of like this relationship and a lot of back and forth energy, hot and cold. We're going to get back to this and clarify. In the present moment, you have the Death card. In this deck, this is the Death card. I mean, it's some really beautiful work, work of art, right? I mean, I have a lot of decks. I don't like using used up, worn out cards. So, Eight of Cups and then the Six of Swords. In the present moment, you're here about to make a decision. You could be choosing to walk away from somebody or detaching from a specific person. The secret of manifestation, when you detach from a situation or from a person, that's when they come back to you. And I'll talk about that later. But in the present moment, there is a lot of healing that's taking place in your heart. There is the Six of Swords. This is talking about an internal healing. I'm going to get back to this to see what is this Eight of Cups. Who are you disconnecting from and what is this about? In the near future, Scorpion, you have the Moon, the Tower, and the Four of Wands. In the near future, when it comes to marriage, when it comes to stability, a relationship with somebody here, you have the tower here, there is a lot of fear. What if it comes to an end? I think this has to do a lot with some subconscious beliefs and fears of yours surrounding family. Many of you have been betrayed big time in the past by specific people. And I think that this is the reason why a lot of you have this internal anxiety or this worry that, oh my gosh, like I don't think that people can be trusted anymore. Look, my North Node is in Scorpio. I'm a quadruple Leo, and I love my Scorpianas, as you know, and I know what you are thinking. Like I know what you are thinking. The way that you are feeling about marriage and commitment, I think you want it, but I think there is the part of you that's kind of like your heart almost a little bit trembles, and you get kind of anxious about it because there's a lot of trust issues that you have had with people in the past. So, and then the Death card at the bottom of the deck. There you go. As I'm splitting the deck. So let's clarify the Devil. So let's clarify the Devil here for you. Okay, so the Devil is clarified by the Chariot, the Hangman, and the Four of Pentacles. You could be dealing with the Pisceana. Does it have to be Cancer, Leashes? And then there is a Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. What did I say in the beginning? I did say that there is a lot of love, right? There is a lot of love between you and another person. And I think that this has to do a lot with the fact that, the intimacy and the sexual connection has been very, very strong between you and them. Now, in the present moment, you have a choice here to make. Scorp, you're still going back and forth. Look at the cards. Even the cards are telling that. I think what's happening in the present moment with the Hangman here, this is telling me that, you're kind of like going back and forth. You're holding, you want to move forward with the Chariot. The Chariot is actually a fast forward moving energy. It talks about like moving forward, not looking back, not holding back. And the Hangman is like hesitation, right? And then Four of Pentacles is talking about you holding on to this connection, holding on to this person. And a lot of you maybe haven't heard back from this person I'm getting, and you're still like hoping that it's going to work out. And here is the thing. It is going to work out the moment that you detach. I think many of you could be kind of like worrying, and you're still keeping the memories of this person. You're wanting to make sure that it's going to work out with them. Could be dealing with the Pisces. Many of you are also going through some sort of a spiritual awakening here. Okay, something within you is awakening, Scorpio. I don't know, I'm getting this energy. A lot of you are like waking up to your true potential and to the realization that, you know what, you're not gonna chase anyone. Yes, you do have very strong chemistry and a connection with the specific person, but you're not gonna chase after another person. So many of you, the challenge here is, am I gonna move on or I'm gonna hold on to this person? You're still hesitating back and forth, and we're gonna find out more. Okay, there is love. There is a strong soul connection between you and this person, but I think you're coming to the realization of like choosing yourself. So let's clarify the Ten of Cups in the recent past. The Ten of Cups here is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords. Wow. In the past, I think, there was a connection. There was probably some of you were married to this person. Maybe you were not. Maybe you were in a relationship. So this is talking about a sense of betrayal here. I think a lot of you felt kind of left out in this connection. Maybe you and this person were not on the same page. After some time you realized that they had different goals. And the Ten of Cups here is talking about, maybe some of you had a family with this or children with this person. I don't know. But in the recent past, you were constantly going back and forth with the Two of Pentacles. Should I be with this person? Should I not? And the sense of, betrayal, the sense of pain that you experienced with this person, I think it kind of like made you realize, you know what, this is too much for me. Like I can't handle this, too much of a drama, what's going on, or instability here. The Two of Coins here is clarified by the Ten of Wands, the Devil, and the Tower. The cards can never lie, and I can never make this up. And then this is the King of Pentacles here, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy. Now, the Devil here is your challenge, and the Devil here also showed up in the recent past, right? So, and with the Tower again, I already called the mother freaking Tower, and they told me that, oh, we are so sorry. The pipe is leaking. I said, ma'am, the pipe is exploding. You need to hurry up. What do you mean, the Tower? Scorp John, let's just move out of this freaking tower and get into a castle, right? Let's just get into a castle. Like one of those English British castles, you know what I mean? Like on a rock. That's just big. We like it big. So, anyways, in the recent past, something, okay, I'm admitting, you know what I mean? Yes, something here was not healthy. Something here maybe was kind of a little bit out of alignment, if we may put it that way, right? It was just a dynamic where things had to work out. Maybe there was trauma that somebody here needed to deal with. I think it became overbearing, overwhelming for many of you, dear Scorp, and things kind of like came to an end with the tower here, my cutie patootie. And yeah, there was a soul connection. I'm getting here a lot of like hot and cold, maybe a lot of like hot intimacy, but also things just came to an end. Maybe it was an abrupt ending between you and this person. So Seven of Wands, let's talk about the Seven of Wands in the recent past. Seven of Wands in the recent past. So it's clarified by the Page of Swords, the Two of Cups, and the Death card. No matter how much you try to maintain this relationship, how much you try to fight for this, the Seven of Wands here is like somebody who is fighting against challenges. There was a lot of tests. You know, it came to an end. The Death card is here, Scorpio, in the recent past. And I'm strongly getting curious that you decided to put an end to it, excuse me. You could have dealt with a Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. I think it was just becoming overbearing, excuse me. You decided to kind of put an end to it. 11-11 on the timer. And 11-11 also is signifying alignment, okay? Divinity, alignment, aligning yourself with the true path. So you just felt like it was out of alignment. And you are like, you know what? I'm just going to move on. I'm going to do my own thing here. Wow. Okay. This is becoming very clear. This is probably one of the clearest readings that I've ever done. I think, you know, the storyline here is becoming quite obvious. Now, the Death card in the present moment. Let's talk about you. Clarified by the Star, the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, excuse me, and the Eight of Pentacles. In the present moment, you have a wish and a hope for something to be fulfilled. And this might be a little bit of a side story, but I'm going to honor this and say this. Scorpio, whatever business that you have been thinking about launching is going to be very successful for you. You have the Eight of Pentacles here. Keep working, keep doing what you are doing. I don't know what you're doing, but it's going to be extremely successful. You also have the Star card here, which is talking about a hope and a wish being fulfilled here for you, okay? You're the main star, baby. You're the main star. You're the main person that's going to make this happen. Knight of Pentacles here is talking about just observing. I think many of you are kind of looking into your financial situation. When it comes to the relationship, many of you are literally focusing on money. You're choosing to work on your money. You're choosing to work on your financial situation. This is you in the present moment as the protagonist energy. And I think that many of you, my dear Scorpios, have a goal here to achieve something for yourself. Like especially by the end of the year, could be getting a car, get a new house. Oh my God. I've been wanting to, okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I was wanting to like yawn. I was holding it back, but I'm yawning. And I'm so sorry. I apologize for that. But if I'm yawning during a reading, it means that you're releasing something or you're purging something. It means that also I'm picking up on many of your energies that you're like, you could be just yawn with me, but it means you're releasing something. You know, it means, right, the way that the mouth opens and the air comes out is like, it's talking about release here. Action, movement, energy is moving. So Eight of Cups, you're walking away from somebody or something or a situation. Four of Cups, Queen of Wands, and the Page of Wands. And then there is the Ten of Cups at the bottom deck. So in the present moment, Scorpio, you're choosing to emotionally and energetically disconnect. Because this is, I'm not saying you're, you know, like, pushing everything down the drain, right? But what's going to end up happening is that you're going to choose to focus on what's important for you. Something here is not emotionally fulfilling for you, or it could be that you have been waiting for a long time, and I think that the time has come for you to detach. Detachment, that's when you manifest. When you no longer try to pursue this person because nobody is outside of you. We're all one. We're all connected to each other. So many of you are choosing to focus on a project here. I think you're disconnecting. And for some of this could be a job. This could be a person. This could be a situation. It's just not doing its own thing right now. Hashtag thing. You know what I mean? You're like, you know what? I'm going to do me. I'm going to do me. You're going to come correct anyways, but I'm going to do me right now. So Six of Swords here in the present moment is clarified by the Two of Swords, the Three of Cups, and the Four of Swords. In the present moment, there is the High Priestess. Many of you are realizing that there is a decision here that needs to be made. Yes, If you wanted to, you could kind of push it. You could try to reconcile with this person, try to make it work. But I am strongly getting here. Many of you are choosing to like be in this place of, you know what, I'm going to focus on myself. I'm going to actually heal, and I'm going to move on, and I'm going to focus on what's important for me and what's ahead of me. There is something about your birthday this year. I don't know if you have set a specific intention or something about your birthday that's going to happen, Scorpio. I am strongly getting here. Many of you are also choosing to disconnect from some people in your life. This is talking about disconnecting from some friends who might be draining you. Okay, let me just put it that way. That's a download that I just got for you. Some people are just in your energy, and these people, they're constantly full of drama, or they're not really understanding you, Scorpio, so you're choosing to disconnect from them. Let's talk about the moon in the near future, clarified by the Page of Cups, the Six of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles. Okay, remember when I was saying that when it comes to family, in the beginning I mentioned that, right? When it comes to marriage and family, you have this internal fear and the doubts, right? So in the near future, you're going to have an opportunity to have a brand new beginning with this specific person and put in the hard work and put in the efforts to make it work out. Could be a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, could be Aries, could be Sagittarius or Leo. Now, who else did I not mention? Pisceana. So here is the thing, Scorpjon. In the near future, you are gonna be the one that's gonna make this decision here. And I think many of you have some limiting beliefs. We all have that. I used to have those as well. Sometimes they just keep coming back, and I have to work with them. Fears of abandonment, fears of what if, you know what I'm getting here. I honestly feel like you have this fear of like, what if I experience the same emotions and the same hell and the same pain in the same situation with this person? That's why the Tower here is in the near future. It's your fears that it's not gonna work out, but that's only a fear. Fear stands for false evidence appearing real. So it's clarified by the Five of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Somebody here might have taken money from you in the recent past, and I think this is something that you are being very cautious and careful of. I don't know the exact situation, what happened in the past between you and another person, maybe somebody from your past, but I'm getting here somebody like manipulated you in the past. This is a different person. Maybe this is a first wife, husband, girlfriend, I don't know, boyfriend, whoever. Somebody here took money from you, okay? There is a lot of trust issues when it comes to like sharing your assets with a specific person and wanting to trust them yourself, your money, your financial situation, your secrets here. So I am strongly getting here that in the near future, this is one of your fears. It's like, what if it happens again? What if somebody here is not honest with me? Okay, but some of you could be choosing to really just do some sort of a cleansing within yourself. Let me just put it in the correct way. You could be choosing to like not subscribe to those beliefs anymore. You are like, you know what, I'm honestly going to be subscribing and having and adopting new beliefs that I am attracting the right person into my life. And if this person that's on my mind, they come back into my life, they're coming correct. And you're going to take your time to see the green flags. The Four of Wands here is clarified by the King of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. Yeah, somebody here has been going through a spiritual journey, spiritual awakening with the Hermit mode here. And when this person comes towards you, the King of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the King of Wands, right? Fire, earth energy here. Dear Scorpio, you're going to be very confident, and this person is going to show you signs, and you're going to see synchronicities, but this person is going to show you and assure you like literally signs of like maturity, financial growth, resources growing big time, which is going to also allow you to really get into a relationship. Now, please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you are marrying for money or for financial stability, but I do genuinely feel like that this might have been an issue for many of you in the past. You know, you could be someone, Scorpio, that you took someone under your wing and you took care of them and you did everything for them, and they were very ungrateful, just very ungrateful. So this is what you're watching out for. And I don't blame you for that. No, I mean, nobody can blame you, but I think you're doing the right thing by being very cautious. So in the near future, the Four of Wands here talks about reconciliation. It talks about marriage. It talks about, you know, coming back together, but it's going to be under a new rule. It's going to be under a new foundation here for you. So let's see what is the advice. What is the advice for you? And I'm going to also get the final advice for relationship from the Wisdom of the Oracle card, which is a beautiful deck. Everyone has been loving it. You have Justice, the World, and the Five of Cups. Yeah. And the Nine of Pentacles. Some of you could be choosing to still be on your own, choose your own independence here. The advice here for you, dear Scorpiana, my cutie patootie, has to do a lot with the fact that if you think that something here is not working out, and if it's in a way that's draining you, or you're in a place of like almost putting yourself under a risk, you literally have the upper hand and the choice here to put an end to this with the world card here, to put an end to it and to walk away, because many of you don't want to experience the emotional loss. And yes, people do change. Yes, people become better. So when this person comes towards you and there is a potential, I mean, this is the individual that you have a very strong sexual connection with. So when this person comes towards you and you feel and you see the tangible changes, and they're really, their actions are louder than their words, there is, justice here. It talks about creating peace and harmony and balance between the two of you, and not ending things with this person. Otherwise, you could. If you choose to do so. So you have the upper hand here. The advice here for you is to give this person an opportunity to really show their true growth that they have been going through, in order for you to trust, in order for you to let them to get back into your life again. So let's see what is the important relationship message here for you from the Wisdom of the Oracle card here, Scorp John. You have breathed, and I love this one. Okay, you have breathed, and let's see what it says here. It's 29, and it says breathe. Scorpiana, breathe. So patience, waiting, going slowly, wellness, meditation, and trust. This is exactly what I was saying earlier. It's about being patient when somebody comes back into your life, and then like I said, there was a lot of trust issues in the past. That's something that you're going to be looking into. The relationship message here is, don't be in too much of a hurry right now. The heart needs time to open. Take a breath and let nature take its course. Release constriction and anxiety, for there is no need for tension. Savor the moment, and the waiting won't prove difficult. Your heart knows what the ego often resists learning. Patience pays off in deep and meaningful ways. So you have nowhere to rush. And I get this. You want things to happen, like, in a very timely manner. But I think the moment you detach, the moment you disconnect from this situation, and you focus on your independence, your money, your growth, your spirituality, dear Scorpiana, your world is going to reflect right back to you. Your world is going to change, and you're going to see some actual tangible changes around you. And this person that you have a very strong connection, like a sexual strong connection with, it's going to work out with this individual, because I do see them coming towards you and making you an offer here, right? An offer for marriage, an offer for commitment here. And a lot of it has to do with them being stable, them also being emotionally available. So you got the upper hand, and you're going to make the decision. So dear Scorpiana, I'm your funny Armenian guy. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here. I love you so much. Sprinkle, sprinkle, and I'll see you on the next one.